It's February 2024 and I'm following the bushfire cases from the Hunter Valley in New South Wales. It's been hot, but we've had no major fires in the area. There were a couple of fires in the Port Stephens area, which is nearby, one of which was reported as suspicious. That was the Fisherman's Bay fire at Anna Bay on the 29th of January 2024. I noticed the Rural Fire Service tanker has been deployed to Western Australia. That's the big plane that drops the pink fire retardant. There have been bad bushfires in Western Australia. February 2024 marks 15 years since the Black Saturday bushfires in Victoria. This happened during the 2008-2009 bushfire season. 173 people were killed, 2,000 properties were destroyed, entire towns became unrecognisable, and of course a lot of bush burnt. I want to mention that many people who were killed were in their late teens and early 20s, the same age as the current defendants. Of the 173 people, 23 were under the age of 17. That means kids. How does that not deter people from starting bushfires? It's knowledge that bushfires can kill. I think risking 21 years in jail is one thing, but knowing you are choosing to cause death is just the next level for me. By the way, the Black Saturday bushfires happened 10 years before the more recent Black Summer bushfires of the 2019-2020 season. They are in different seasons, but both had horrible consequences for Victoria and New South Wales. So the 4 current defendants here in the Hunter are still before the courts. 2 have pled not guilty, 1 hasn't been required to plea yet, and the last one is reversing their plea. It's been about 6 months since the cases started. Really, they're just going through an administration process. No hearings have been set yet. I would expect the cases to go on for at least another year. I base this on the length of historic cases. Then police issue a media release as there are 2 new defendants. Not from the Hunter Valley, they are from the north coast of New South Wales. Police allege that 2 people started a fire in the Nambucca State Forest at Nambucca Heads in early January 2024. They are arrested a month later. Both are granted bail. One defendant is 23 years old and the other is 26 years old. The headline reads, New South Wales Police Arson Unit detectives arrest men at Nambucca Heads, Kempsey, after State Forest bushfire. The media story names the defendants and uses the video the police supply that shows the arrests. The only other case I can find in New South Wales that is currently before the courts is one from Urella in the Northern Tablelands in New South Wales. This is 1 count of the bushfire offence from a fire in September 2022. So that is from the previous bushfire season. So the case is still going on. The defendant is in their 40s, has been granted bail and has pled not guilty. The case hasn't gone to a hearing yet. It's in Armidale Local Court. That raises the question of, have I found all the bushfire cases that are before the courts in New South Wales? The answer is no one knows. Why? Because the court computer doesn't have a search function that allows a search just based on an offence. If I want to find out about a case, I need the defendant's name or the case number. Without that, I get nowhere. Once I have a name, you can ask the computer to look up what the charge is. I depend on the police saying when they have arrested someone and which court it is in, and telling us about the arrest in a timely manner so I can find the name on the court list before the list disappears. The court lists are only up for a couple of weeks. Without a name and a case number, I have no idea which of the thousands of cases before the New South Wales courts are the bushfire offence. I think humans are still running the world, so in my opinion, the computer should be told to search however we want them to search. I think it's challenging for the community to be informed about offences if the case is lost somewhere in a computer. In the meantime, I'll keep watching out for police media releases and stories in the paper.